We just finished locals at game, guys. My co-captain got second place with Spirit Coup, and I got fourth with Vegito. Fourth place, and I'm out of 14 people. I'm excited.
Yeah. So out of the 4 rounds I played, I went against Yellow Vegito, or as some call it Yellow Vegito Spirit Bomb, or Spirit Coup. Then second round I went against Ramp Goku. It's the reboot one where Super Saiyan Blue Goku's on it. Third round I went against Trunks Reboot, which is really good. And then I went against Gohan SH Blue, which that deck is blue aggro. And so I'm excited to show y'all what I got. Okay. Intro.
I'm just up in my sway. Stay in my bag, I got plenty for days. Chief and Azar don't come with no haze. Jewelry all on me, it's wet like a tray. Addicted to pay. No, all the steppers, no kidding in play. Look at my team, see all of us made. Came a long way for minimum wage. Ay.
What's going on, y'all? FU7 here, back with another video. And today we're going to be going over the Set 2 Vegeta deck list. Now, before we start, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, I will be showing you guys the deck list I made and played with last weekend, like literally this past Sunday. And then in the video, I'm going to show you guys what I did to update the deck. So this is the list I did for the local tournament at Game Guys. And shout out to Game Guys, by the way. And then I'm going to also show you the current photo of what I did in the video, or what I did to update the deck. Okay, let's get to it. All right, guys. So on the front side, we have Vegito here. Very simple. Each time Goku gains red, blue, and green, which is the permanent. When his card attacks, you place up to one card from the top of your deck to the drop. You gain plus 5k if it's a red card. And of course, when your life is at 4 less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. And on his awakened side, you have Fusion Warrior Super Saiyan Vegito. Same thing as the front side with the permanent. Gain red, blue, and green colors for Goku and Vegetas in all areas. When this card attacks, you draw 1 card. And if there are 10 or more total Son Goku Vegetas in your drop area, this card gains plus 5k power and double strike for the duration of the turn. And next, we have, for battle cards, we have Son Goku at the ready. You searching for anything red, energy cost of 4 or less that must be a Saiyan. I run 3, and he's also good for a combo when you're trying to go into your Zenkai energy. Next, we have 4 Super Saiyan Goku Legends Personified. I love this card a lot when it's Goku. Haha. It's unique. You draw 1 bond. He gains plus 21k. I usually will try to pressure my opponent, and then I'll play him and then go into Vegito. Next, we have Vegeta Farley Courage. As long as you have 4 of these, everyone's playstyle is different. Your deck will be at full power. This is a must. It's a negate. You can go into Vegito. You can use it for combo and to go into Zenkai Energy. Really good card. Really great card. And it saves you trouble when you're dealing with heavy hitters on the field. Highly recommend you get them. Please get them. Next, we have 4 Son Goku Vegetas, Alliance of Rivals. I always try at least have 3 in my energy. If not, it's totally fine. Of course, I always keep one in hand so I can play all my resistance. But yeah, this is also a good way to play out from your drop area or your deck if you're trying to go into Vegeta Results Combined. Next, we have 3 Vegetas Resolve Renewal. This is the counterplay. These are to stop the Beerus's Z cards, the blue ones, and then stop Mecha Frieza. That's what I usually play them for. Next, we have 2 Whis Angel of Universe 7. These are negates and blockers. You take a life and you get to negate an attack and you get to block with it, right? And then we have 3 Vegetas protecting his loved ones. When this card is played, you draw 1 card. Now, of course, this does really well against blue because blue is known for untapping the blue energy. So if they do D magic, you have to make sure they crit a life. Your opponent crits a life if they untap. Of course, we have Vegeta Proud Warrior. They don't let you draw with this one in particular, but you get the combo, then you use a token. So you get the combo with 2 cards. You go 10k, then you do a token, right? So let's say if you're in battle, if you want to go super combo and then you go again, you can play another token, right? So history keeps on going. And then you can play another token when you use another combo. So yeah, it's one of my favorite super combos in the game. I know some of you guys have the SPR ones. They're really pretty. Next, we have Son Goku And Vegeta saying synergy. It's another negate that I have. It comes in clutch late game because you get to go into another resolve combine. I usually keep this one in hand until all of my other negates are done, or my opponent thinks that I ran out of negates. Next, we have Vegito Polymorph Patara. You can literally go into resolves combine turn 1. You play up to 1 Goku Vegeta and cost 2 or less, and then you go into the Fire Jet, which we're going into now. Next, we go into Vegito Resolve Combine, which is Barrier. If your leader card is red, Vegito card, you draw 2 cards. Activate main, you play up to energy cost of 7 or less from your deck on top of this card. And activate main, you tap for play something, energy cost of 10 or less on top of it. This card is really, really good. People try to get rid of this. There are weaknesses to this battle card in particular. Also, keep in mind, based on your matchup, it's okay to keep this card at Barrier. It's okay to swing at him and keep him on field. He's a 25k barrier, and I realize that he might not have no strike in his name, but keeping him on the field and keeping him safe and not going to your 7 drops or anything will save you a lot of trouble. Next, you have Hyper Rush Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. You tap 2 red energy and you go and search your deck, play this. You draw 2 cards, take up to 2 life. You send 1 card from your opponent's hand to the drop and a card on the field. And he's triple strike. He's definitely a threat. Next, we have Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, Paralyzing Prowess. I call him he's like the cousin of the Seeker. He's Deflect, Triple Strike, and Bear, and he's not hard to play. You could tap for energy and go into the Vegeta cost of 5, which we don't do that. We just use the Zenkai card, which I'm going to show you guys, and play it on top. But what makes me enjoy this card more, as the more I play it, is that he's a barrier in Triple Strike and Deflect. 3 broken techniques. Next, we have Vegito Soaring Blow. If I'm stuck in a situation where my opponent's topping my plays and they have heavy hitters on the field, you get to bottom something. You get to bottom their cards to the bottom of the deck, and you get to Union Patara in the energy area. So you go, bam, get rid of it. But make sure it doesn't have barrier. Next, we have SS Blue Vegito, the Savior. Do attack crit. On the second attack, he gains double strike, and he becomes a dual attack, double strike, and crit. Next, we have Dark Brawly, Heartless Berserker. I don't have the SS for Vegeta. It's madly expensive, but if I get it, I will let y'all know. But this is an emergency to get something off the field because your opponent will try to put cards in rest modes to prevent you from playing the SCR Vegito, but you get to warp something, anything. Just make sure it doesn't have barrier. And he's a 30k. And of course, we have 4 Sensu Beans. Get the plus 5k for defense. Y'all know how I got it. Ride it. And next, we have all my resistance. Like before, you keep 1 yellow card in hand. Pitch a yellow card. Tap 1 red and yellow card. And negate the counter attack. This card helped me a lot against some of the blue decks I played against yesterday. I actually used this against Trunks, Reboot Trunks, and the Ramp Goku. And finally, we have Power of Patara, Vegito, Kefla, and Zamasu. This makes sure, because this permanent is really important, if your opponent has 6 or more energy, or has 6 or more cards in rest mode, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. So your opponent's going to try to put stuff in rest mode so you can't play him. But if you do play him, you get to choose up to 4 your opponent's cards. Not battle card. This is save cards. Put them in rest mode, then you draw full cards. Hitting people with this on turn 3 will change their play. I'm telling you. Trust me when I say that. Next, we have SS Vegito. Ready when you are. This card is the key to your deck. One of the keys to your deck. When you play him, look at top 7 cards. Add a Vegito. And of course, you just place 1 card at the bottom of the deck. After you have 2 or more energy, you remove this and you get to awaken into your Vegito leader. And of course, we do have the Z Awakening Vegito here. This card is really good. When you tap 1 red energy, it does damage. He's double strike, gain all multicolors. When I say multicolors, gain all red, blue, and green like the leader. And of course, activate main once per turn. If you have 3 or more energy, you choose 1 Vegito Z battle card and play 1 Vegito energy cost of 8 on top. So you can literally, when you have this on the field, you just play this on top like that. It's amazing. Then activate main once per turn. You place 1 card from your hand at the bottom of the deck, draw 2 cards, and choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignore and bear, and return it to its owner's hand. You use this to hit Zenkai cards. I mean, it does a lot of damage to Zenkai cards, and it does really good damage to SCRs because you're moving them from the game. And of course, we have Cell Awakening of the Created, Deflect, Crit. Choose all your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 5 or less, and place something under the discard. And of course, if one or more cards are under this card and you place all of them in their owner's drop, switch card to active mode, and he is now a triple strike, deflect, and crit. And then we have good old Oolong. Late games, if your opponent has 1 life left, you use Oolong to copycat. So we copycat the strongest battle card on the field. Now, let's go for side deck. All right, so we have Rush Attack Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta coming in with the Deflect OG from the Zenkai Series 1. When this card attacks, use up to 1 mono red card for 5k power from the drop and combo with it when the skill's negated. Additionally, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or units and it gets plus 15k power for the turn. And if you have 4 more energy, you get to withstand this card against Double Strike and Barrier. And it's also a Vegeta Zenkai card. So if you want to go into another Vegito, you can actually use it because this is a Zenkai card. Next, we have the Hyper Rush Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. As a third one, I might side this out with the baby. And of course, we have the baby unison here. We steal your card, we draw a card. And I mean, your opponent has to decide what they're going to do with attacking this because you have to literally go through him in order to save stress. But also, your leader gains plus 1k. Next, we have the 2 Deborahs. Green, Gohan. Make you pitch, tap 1, draw 2 cards. Of course, you have another Vegeta, a Resolve Renewal, especially if you're going against blue. I should have had sided in for more of those against blue, but I mean, it still worked out. But in the future, I know. Of course, we have Koisekai Mechanical Courage. Choose up 2 cards in your hand, place them at the bottom of the deck. Draw any number of cards. And of course, if your opponent plays a battle card 20k power or more, 20k power or less, excuse me, then they choose cards from their hand and send it to their warp. Then we have Shin Normal Supremacy. Also, for Vegeta players out there, be on the lookout. Your opponent will be sided this in to slow you down. But yes, this is to stop. This prevents you from swinging at them. I actually sniped my buddy's card with my 7-drop Vegeta and got lucky. And well, I was blessed, and then that actually helped me get the game. But shout out to Adam because he had me on the ropes. And of course, we have Brawly Crown of Retribution. If your opponent has 2 more energy, you look through their hand, say anything 28 power or less. This works well with blue. And of course, we have another automatic resistance, just in case to negate their counter attacks cards. And then of course, we have Beer's Ball. You take a life. This will hit anything that does not have barrier deflect with energy cost of not energy cost, but 15k power or less. And it's good. And you choose up to one of your leader cards. It gains plus 5k power for the turns. There's also a sense of being. And then finally, we have King Vegeta Imposing Present as the final side deck card. Have not had to use it, but for aggro matchups, even Green Gohan is highly recommended. Next, something about 10k. And every time someone attacks you, they get minus 5k. And if you have 3 or less, you could choose one card in your hand and discard it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the list. I did say I made a little bit of changes. Well, I actually made one little change. I took out Goku Vegeta Saiyan Synergy and added the Whis Negate, another one. Reason why, yes, it does negate and it gets played in rest mode. You can play Vegito, but I like this one better. And my teammate TZ actually encouraged me to play a third one. It's you take life, it's negate, it's a blocker too. So if your opponent has to use more resources and get through this guy, it may not be a big deal, but it definitely catches their attention when they play this. Hope you guys enjoy the list. Make sure to have a happy Monday and cheers to this week. Loving you 7. Have a great day. Lord loves you. Bye.
Most relevancy held within these walls.
Wait, before you go, make sure to follow EvanU7 on Instagram at EvanU7Glover. Bye.
And this bitch going crazy.